Oh yeah, Latrell Sprewell was unstoppable in that game. He made every fucking jumper.
Oh, we live, y'all. We live. What up?
Hi.
Hey,
What's
hello.
good, y'all?
This is Eternal Invite. I think it's episode 41. Hello, all you people out there who may or may not be watching now or in the future. We're happy to see you.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Oh man, there was just talk of Latrell Sprewell. I was on IG Live earlier, and for whatever reason, spinners popped into my head, and I was
Like-
trying to remember like
They don't stop.
Didn't Latrell Sprewell like have a brand of spinner, like branded spinning rims, or did he invent them?
I thought they were just called
them.
Sprewells.
No, that's
Right.
why they were called Spreewells.
Oh, I never even like
Yeah.
connected the two.
That's right.
It's Benjamin Banneker, Charles H. Drew, Derek Morgan, and Latrell Sprewell.
Hey, you
Mount
don't forget don't forget the Peanut Man.
Oh, George
yeah.
Washington Carver. Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
George Washington
no.
Carver. Yeah. Yeah. Hey,
Everybody's
it's only
grandpa.
4 spots on the Rushmore, dog. One of you gotta go.
And it
my
ain't
God.
Latrell.
Yeah.
Dog.
Oh my god.
He-
He started
he's
with
one of
Benjamin Banneker though.
I just
He's
imagine he
like
was in the
Latrell
lab,
Sprewell,
dog.
top black.
Top tier black person. Latrell Sprewell.
Oh,
Really?
I know you-
talented tenth.
It's not to
Invented
the
gas
Braves.
mask, Garrett, but they don't stop.
They don't.
Dun, dun,
Rod
dun,
Spence.
dun, 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 dun.
Dog.
That beat's killer though.
Yep.
The Rod Spinner's beat is a beast.
Bro.
It's
Bro.
it's so beefy, dog.
Dog.
It's like, man, you're not supposed to be fighting over this song. But you doing it.
We're supposed to be having a good time.
Right.
Why
Oh my
mess
God.
this
Why
up?
you play this song, man?
Dog. When,
We love
Sean Uppercut, when you said they don't stop, I imagined like a science experiment, kind of like how they had that thing with like spontaneous generation, where they had like that flash where like nothing will grow in this sterilized flat. Like they got a spinner in a museum somewhere that's been spinning. It's been spinning
It's-
since the inception
still
of
going.
spinners.
It's the world's only perpetual motion machine.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the only one.
someone put the
Wow.
pedal to the metal, then they stopped and it kept
Yep.
spinning.
They just took it off the car and put it in a big glass jar. Like, yep.
It's like that in an arc reactor, dog.
Yep.
Right next to it. Like, these are the two things.
Oh my God.
Like
Tesla
the
coil
answer
nearby.
to cold fusion, you just got to plug it up to a Spreewell, dog.
I always
you
wondered
good
why they
forever.
called them Spreewells back in the day too. I was like, that's a
That's
weird
right.
name for this. Like, why is it
Right.
named after the basketball player? Not even connecting the two because that's a common last name. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. But yeah, no,
that's the real like wild thing to like be the first to do. You know what I'm saying? Where you're playing basketball and you're just like, you know what we need? Spinning rims, dog.
And he was
Yeah,
right.
like he shot the ball and just like watched it spinning and was like, I need that on the whip, dog.
Ooh, Eureka, dog. The Eureka moment. Oh my
he
God.
saw his jump. He saw his jumper on Live 95 and was like,
Oh
damn,
my
that would look nice on a car.
That's right. That's right.
Dog, I just imagine like him shooting the ball, it's spinning, and then like that 3-dimensional ball like flattening into like the design for this rim, and him being like,
He saw
Oh my
everything in
God.
4D. He was like,
Yep.
oh, wait a second.
like
He
the
had an
ball,
awakening.
is a tesseract.
You could like
He was in
you
the
could,
middle
like
of
jump into
choking
the
PJ
future and
Carlos
see
the
like
Bull.
the 3-6 Mafia song being played, dog. And, like Chris Rock making that joke, dog. Like you saw it all. Like,
Ooh, a true
They
visionary.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Dog.
Even the little flipper. That was like the one huge hit Lil Flip had,
yeah.
which is
Oh
a
my
shame. Which is a shame because Lil Flip was awesome.
That guy was something. Like,
He made like rapping about nonsense because he never talked about clapping anybody. You know what I
You're
mean?
right.
He was
That's
just
real.
like,
Yeah.
I'm out here having a good time. I have a nice car. I wear green. It's Devon.
What up,
Hey.
man?
What's that, man?
Oh man.
Yeah, no. Lil Flip is wildly underrated.
Dude, what was that song? I just heard it recently. Dun, 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 like a pimp
Yeah,
with David
yeah,
Banner.
Oh,
That was like
that's
Lil Flipping David Banner, right?
How you live?
yeah,
Dog.
David Banner. Oh my, yeah.
I've been
Before
saying
he
"Get It
tried-
How You Live." I've been saying "Get It How You Live" since I heard that song, and I forgot where it came from until recently. I was like, "Oh, David Banner,
That's
thank
Lil
you,
Flip?
sir." Well, Lil Flip is on that song too. I think it's like
Oh.
Lil Flip and David Banner. I think is that right?
Real thugs get
Yeah.
down on the floor, on the
On the
floor.
floor.
Real girls get
Or is it
down on the.
Flip?
Oh, that's a banger. Yeah.
Hey,
Like a pimp.
start the playlist, y'all.
I'm saying, just call it Ice Age. Call
Right?
it Ice Age. It's gonna have Lil Flip. It's gonna have 3 Mike
Gucci
Jones
Mane,
songs. Oh, it's gonna
Mike
have all
Jones.
the early Fat Gucci, Fat
Yeah,
Gucci
yeah,
Mane,
exactly.
Call
Yeah.
Wall.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
I
Clean
said,
Gucci.
so I said, girl, don't try to fight it. All your friends invited.
Why you like this?
See.
All your friends, they can
Yes.
go.
Let's go.
They can
Let's
they can come
go.
with
See.
that's so dope. Oh my
We
god,
going, we out.
Millionaire,
That's
Millionaire
right,
in his,
man.
in his struggle bars.
That's because he was working on being more than a chameleonaire.
Oh
So
my
he was
God.
like, I ain't got time to be writing all these good songs. I'm diversifying my bonds.
A billionaire, a
I
trillionaire.
ain't nothing to mess with. Okay, yeah.
Oh my god. That was a good age of rap music, just like, and not like bars kind of stuff. It was like, let's have a good time. Like
Yeah.
we're gonna imbibe. We're gonna talk to some girls. We're gonna spend too much on jewelry. Like it was, and now because like you listen to stuff nowadays, and you know, I like rap music, but at a certain point, it's like, is everybody killing people? All y'all do is shoot people. Everyone just be
Right.
just. I ride with the stick. I clap fools. It's like cool.
Right with the stick.
I swing the stick just like a bat. It's like that's the hardest bar in the entire song. And I was like, okay,
Yeah,
y'all come up with
Okay.
50 different ways to talk about killing people, and I'm fine. I'm listening to it obviously, so I don't have that much of a problem with it. But it's like, could we please diversify a little
Right.
bit? You know what I mean? But not everybody can be Pharaoh Monch.
Right.
Dog, man, I'll never forget. Woo, boy.
Hold on, I just wanted to put Sprewell nearby.
Why are you like this?
I just wanted to put it. I didn't know it was gonna drop in there so gigantic.
Dog,
want Sprewell to watch
face
over
that
us.
he's making is hilarious.
Yeah.
He looking like, y'all
that
really
bigger.
spending time talking about me? Like, yeah, dog, you a legend. You a
In
legend,
2021,
Mm-hmm.
no, it's
Come on,
Latrell. I love Latrell's. Like, I'm a big basketball fan. I love Latrell Sprewell back in the day because he could play.
Yep.
And then he choked his
Yep.
coach out and still went and hooped, still went and balled,
Mhm.
and got another contract. You know,
You
it's
gotta
like
follow your heart.
exactly. Sometimes you gotta choke out your boss.
Mhm. Right.
Bro,
Even
follow your heart.
if it means you gotta choke somebody, follow your heart.
Hey, man, I told you he was a futurist. He was ahead of his time.
He was like, I just want to make sure that I invent something that has Crunchy Black doing whatever dance that is he does in the video.
The Crunchy Black
the
dance.
The gangster dance.
The gangster. Yeah.
I never knew if it had a name, because it's Country Black. You know what I mean? So,
What does it look like? Is there an arm that does this?
it's like
a lot more foot stuff.
It's
Like
footwork.
stomping some.
Hey, are you brave enough to
Look
show
up.
us some of that footwork, Rufio Jones?
I am not. No.
He said, I am
No.
not.
No.
Look up. I was gonna say, look up Memphis Jukin if you
Okay.
want to see like good
Jukin.
examples, because these kids be getting it.
right on,
All right.
right on. More
I'ma
homework, more
I'm
homework.
gonna see if I can, cause I can play it, like the visual of it, but I probably will have to mute the audio so this doesn't get like flagged later. So
Oh, yeah.
Let me
Oh.
see here.
Yeah.
That's
Now,
awesome.
if you would if you would have asked me to like crip dance, I would have been like, no, I'm not gonna do
That's what I thought you were about to do.
that.
No, the Country
Alright,
Black,
get
it's the Country Black dance, and no offense to vagrants or people that are unhoused, I don't want to sound that way.
Favorites?
But it
You
like,
talking about street urchins?
I'm talking about older than street
Dog.
urchins. So more like street barracuda, I guess, like something a little more seasoned. Street grouper. It looks like a dance that somebody who's at Hart Plaza while you're at a festival who's really high is doing the dance.
Ooh,
But that
let's
person
go.
is unhoused. It's not like a suburbanite that's really high and doing a dance. It's definitely someone that stays at Hart Plaza.
That's fair.
Let's go.
And that's 100% what the dance looks. That's the best way I can describe it without like attempting to do it.
I'm
And
just
I
seeing
am.
lots of arms. Y'all said footwork, but based on what you said, I'm seeing lots of arms in the air.
Oh, the arms are there's arms, but it's heavy on the feet. That's the best.
Yeah,
way.
like it's a lot of stomping. It actually looks like it was like the precursor to crumping. Like it was like the jumping off point. You know what I'm saying?
It was the pivot point. It went from like crackhead
crumping off
dancing
point.
to crumping. It was like, so how do we make this not look like drug addicts?
Yeah.
Crunchy black, here you go. You can't rap, so please get on this video and dance.
My
You know
browser
what's
is
funny?
going super slow. I can't
Since
pull
we-
it up.
Look, man, Crunchy Black is a bad rapper. So anytime that like he really said something, it like hit me way harder, dog. Like
I feel you. I
will never forget when he said "stab you in the heart with a hard fucking poon," dog. I think that's like the funniest thing you could ever say.
There go boom.
And he was like, it would be like 13 bad bars, a real big anvil of a line, and then some more junk, dog. But it would be like so.
You know what? I'm gonna let that go.
Oh god,
Oh, man.
that's so funny and
Yeah.
100% accurate. Like
Mhm.
he's one of those rappers that like I'm trying to think of an analogy, but he's one of those rappers that's like, you must be somebody's boy, or you were the plug back in the day before they hit, and they promised you a record for 15 years and never gave you a solo album, but put you like, you could cameo all you want to.
Yeah.
He's
Right.
just somebody's homeboy that they just could not, like Capadonna. I know people love Capadonna. I can't listen to that dude. I couldn't listen to that dude like read out of a phone book. So like, I don't know why people listen to him
good.
rap.
No, he's good on the cameos, but he's definitely the solo albums leave something to be desired. I only bought one of them, like I think his first one back in the day.
The Pillage.
Yep, the Pillage, the Pillage. Oh my god, yeah, that album was not great.
Yeah.
I can imagine. Like, I heard him on Supreme Clientele, and I was like, why is this dude in the booth?
Kappa slide through with the ghost.
Like,
Oh
post
my
up like
God.
paint on walls.
Let's go.
No, that was a bar. That was actually a bar. It didn't flow at all. But I was like,
Right.
you
But
must
he
be
said
posted up heavy. Like if you like post up like paint on walls, you there.
Yeah.
You're not going anywhere.
Nope.
So that every once, just like I said, just like Rufio said, a couple of bars of like heat, and then the rest of it is mid.
Yeah, like you didn't need to make this whole song, but it's cool.
Thanks, though. Yeah, right. It's so funny. I always come out here and talk like slagging bad rappers like I can rap. Like I've been talking reckless about rappers. And I play drums and mandolin.
Oh. I think we got some G walking going.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
We got to make up our own music for this so we don't get flagged.
excuse me.
Gangster
Instead of a
walk,
follow-up
gangster
question,
walk,
Mr.
the gangster walk, That's not
How's
bad.
that? Acapella trap music. That's gonna be the new wave.
Mm-hmm.
Dixieland trap music. There's gonna be a bunch of dudes in like
Dixieland
seersuckers
trap
suits.
music, take it back. Take it
So, speaking of the new wave, I don't know if any of you have seen that there are multiple rap songs that have been created from like pop and R&B songs, and they've been kind of taking over the internet as of late. So there's one called "Let It Off."
Yes,
And
dog.
it's,
Oh my god, that bug is so
Not
funny.
familiar.
Oh, I wish I
Not
could play it
familiar.
without getting flagged, because like
back.
it's basically a complete parody of a Mariah Carey song, and I'll definitely get flagged if I play that. But ooh boy, I'm gonna find the link and just put it in the chat.
Oh boy.
Ooh, that's how you
It-
know it's serious.
It's
Ooh,
the
boy.
best. It is the best. It's
Hey
perfect.
boy.
It's a serious business.
It is
That's
perfect.
funny.
Is does the internet use it for a dance?
No, well, at least not yet. If they
Not
have,
yet, right?
I'm
like
just
what?
asking because I feel like a flash mob can happen anytime because everybody's watching
Hmm.
the dances on the internet and we all know
Correct.
the same dances. So you see four people doing it, you can jump in and somebody else can jump in and you're all like, blank page before you, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like it looks really easy.
Yeah, I mean, if it's the TikTok dances, the mugs look super hardcore, but like
They look really intricate.
people be learning them, no dog. I'm like, man,
Children be learning them.
Should have been a ballerina.
Come on, man.
Mhm.
It's all they're doing is leading cheers. Like if you were ever a cheerleader, you would be good on TikTok, dog.
right?
Like so, it's not as intricate as you might think.
3.
Yeah, you can basically you can almost see them counting. You know what I mean? And I don't like it.
1 and 2 act natural.
Oh my god.
See, I like them old, like the old school dances. Like, just give me an Earl Flynn and a 2-step, and just some snaps and some rhythm, and I'm gravy. That's like if any wedding you invite me to, you getting a 2-step, you getting a cha-cha slide,
Oh yeah.
you getting a I might whip a nene.
I might whip a nay.
I might whip a nene.
I might whip up one. Just
Depending
one.
on the state I'm
Nene
in.
had it coming, you know.
Nene was asking for it. Depending on the state where the wedding is being held, I'll whip a nene.
Right.
But
Hey.
other than that, it's like I don't have the bandwidth in my day to learn to do this stuff. Like I have children to raise and a job, and like hobbies and stuff.
The
Like I don't got
children
time
be
to dance.
forcing the parents to do them. Like I've seen several of video where it's like the parent is in there, but you know that kid was on their head like a drill sergeant. Like you better not fuck this up.
But
Mommy.
5, 6, 7,
Isn't
8.
it-
Oh yeah.
I mean, I guess that's a cool unintentional cultural shift where like I guess kids like their parents again. You know what I'm saying? Because like
Yeah,
normally that wouldn't be the case.
that's a good fact. That's true facts.
So,
And teenagers too, like teenagers in like 20-something, like early
Yeah,
20-somethings. They're
right.
just like, we're gonna hang out and do a video together on the internet.
Right.
And
with
you're
my
gonna,
dad.
We're
with
gonna
my
do-
dad and with my mom, and you might be kind of embarrassed, but I'm gonna go wild viral.
We gonna
off
do
of this.
rehearsals. We
Right.
gonna hold rehearsals.
Like
Our
super
rehearsal
duper
schedule.
viral. I'm not gonna make any money, but I'm gonna go viral off of
Oh
this.
my god.
Thanks
What's
for
that
the
called?
Dad.
Then I'll go back to hating you after the
Ti-
phone is off.
Yeah,
TikTok
go
micro
back
celebrity.
in the garage.
Right.
Like, thanks, Dad. I'm gonna go to the dispensary now.
Right.
But hopefully, if the 20-something's going to the dispensary, he doesn't have that kind of animosity towards his parents. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, you still
Like,
live at home and you're going to the dispensary, you need to be thinking, you need to be making dinner.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You be
Or
cooking
to
for him.
pass it.
Hand it over.
For me.
Like, you got me out here doing TikTok dances, look like a fool.
The
Somebody
least
showed me
you
that
can
at
do-
work.
Right. Run this errand.
Ass.
That's so funny. Go gas up my car. Go put some gas in a shopping bag for me, son.
Right.
You made me do this TikTok dance.
Oh my god.
That was a good transition.
I'm a little
Excellent.
insulated from the gas issue. You guys are in cities. But
Mhm.
is that like a real thing or just the internet is being funny?
I think
It's a regional
I think it's like going on in the Southwest now, mostly like Southwest of the United States. But I definitely saw tons of people at the gas station today, like tons. I don't know.
If I may,
Oh yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I didn't know anything about it until this was today's Thursday. On Tuesday,
Mm-hmm.
I just needed some gas, so like I go to Sam's Club to get some gas,
Mm-hmm.
and the lines aren't unusually long, but like I'm in a line, and there's the way Sam's Club is set up, like you get in the lane that's on the side of your gas tank,
Mm-hmm.
Right?
and then so you got a person in front and then a car behind that one, and then the car behind that one goes, and then I go next. So like the car that was in front was there kind of a long time. So I pull up behind it. I see that dude has filled up at least 5 of the giant gas tanks that you can carry.
At least that's a
like
real thing.
yeah.
At least that's an approved container.
They were
not a
approved.
plastic bag.
It
Okay,
wasn't a
yeah.
plastic bag, so I guess more power to him. But then I see that he has another gas container that he's filling up that's about the size of a big luggage that has like wheels on it and whatnot.
Yeah, he not playing with y'all. He not playing around.
And that's like, so this is before I like actually went on the internet and saw that this was what people were doing. Dog, I was like, y'all tripping, dog. This shit's stupid.
I'm gonna pull up in a flatbed with like a whole bunch of champagne flutes like stacked decoratively. It just goes from the top.
He's like
squeeze had the cascade down.
Right. Yep. Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
The whole tower.
That's how I've been
It
doing.
looks like a fondue fountain. Oh my god.
Oh my god, what beautiful imagery.
Yes.
I mean, this is funny. But
I'm
like,
doing it for the
honestly,
aesthetics, baby.
You should
Yes,
you
sir.
should do it for the gram, dog. Like,
That's exactly what that is.
That's hot.
You have to do it after
Don't do
snorting
it.
a gram.
I
Oh my god, that's the only. Jesus.
Jake
Well,
Paul or Logan Paul or one of them dudes is gonna do it before I can execute
100%.
that.
Yep.
100%. Well, he's got the money to pay the bail for trying to pull that trick. So I'd rather you let him do it because I don't want to see you locked up.
Mm-hmm.
No, I work in the auto industry,
Mm-hmm.
and we actually during one of our meetings yesterday we brought this up, and a number of people in my company live in the southeast part of the United States. As it turns out, Florida, the southern part of Florida is fine because they get their fuel from the Bahamas. There's like a pipeline where they get their fuel from the Bahamas, where the rest of the region gets their fuel from this hacked pipeline. And so all the like garbage bags full of fuel, fertilizer tanks full of fuel, it's a real thing.
Tupperware
And
full of tools.
Tupperware full of fuel, water bottles full of fuel. That's all. That's not a joke. That wasn't like a main. That these are largely Trump supporters in very red parts of the southern United States that believe that this is a government conspiracy enacted fuel shortage. Like oh, we all got our shots now, but they still want to keep us indoors. Like that's the kind of like conversation that people are having.
What?
Now that wasn't the conversation we had on my meeting, but I've seen that on Twitter where people are like, oh yeah, or on IG where people are like, yeah, we finally get our freedom back and everyone's fully vaxxed and want to keep us inside, so they're throttling down the fuel. And it's like, no, you're gonna have your fuel back on Sunday. Like calm down.
Right. And everybody's not fully vaxxed either. So like, what are they?
Yeah.
The people that are saying that aren't vaxxed.
Right.
Right.
Are we?
Like the irony is just like palpable. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, can we like slow down? Pick one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because remember they were supposed to be not living in fear. That looked real fearful to me, dog.
Yep.
Mad fearful. Super
Trash
speculative.
bags full of gasoline, like the most reckless thing you could do. Fearful.
And
Definitely.
like, all right. So here's the question.
Mm-hmm.
Where the fuck they going? Where you going? So you get all this gas. Where you driving to, dog?
Yeah, what road trip? What road trip you got?
It's just like the toilet paper, dog. We just sitting on this, bro. We can't.
I wish they would sit on that.
What did you say, Devin? Did you ask if they shower?
You take a shower.
Hey, that's one of them like.
Do you have washcloths? Now, what I do know is that some people don't have washcloths. Actually, it's
oh, we're gonna leave that alone. We're gonna sidestep that.
Coming through with a raw bar of soap.
I know lots of different kinds of people who don't have washcloths.
The raw
So
bar.
I'm not taking it where you think I'm taking it. I'm just saying you got a washcloth.
Well,
You don't
okay.
need toilet paper that hard.
I took it where I've seen it, so that was on me. My fault.
I got a question though. How do you wash without a washcloth? I don't understand.
You gotta have
What do
like
you use?
industrial
I'm
power
dying, I'm
wash
sorry. It's a
shower
real
head,
question.
bro.
You
Industrial.
use a
What are you
bare
doing?
hand or a bare bar of soap
Look, man.
in your
I don't get
crevices, in your crevasses.
This is so hard for me.
That's a pun.
That man like does not compute. No.
Sean's face.
Teamwork does not compete.
Sean's disbelief right now is killing me.
Like nah,
Man,
bro.
Get it.
We don't do that, bro. We don't do
All
that.
right. So, full disclosure.
Okay.
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 For a number of years, I would do the soft soap, like the body wash, in the bare hand, and just bow bow bow. Another pump, bow 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 bow. Heavy up in it, bow bow bow, bow 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 bow. You right? You do the thing.
Got it.
Started bow bow.
Right.
Right. Yeah. It's a specific amount of bows, so you got to make sure you get
Right.
that right. Otherwise,
Gotta
you're
get
not
that count
being
right.
Okay.
So
Too few, too
when
many.
I started dating my wife, and we're in the shower one time, and we're just like getting clean, and she's like watching me do my routine. She was like, "Yo,
She
that
said,
ain't gonna work, bro."
Hold on, pimp.
She turns fully black on me. She's like, "That ain't gonna work, bro. That ain't it. That ain't it, John." I'm
Bro.
like, bro, and I'm sitting there like, "You grew up on a farm. Where'd that come from?" I didn't know that was. I don't know where that accent came from, but washcloths from there on out.
Let's go.
Oh, on her behalf.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
It was-
nice. That's
I got
a
educated.
woman.
She's a real woman,
She's a woman. Yeah.
And I'm not saying anything about the person I was with previously, but my wife made sure that I was fully cleaned each day.
Zestfully.
Zestfully
cleansed
cleaned
it.
with zest.
She's like,
Fully
you
cleansed.
need to add some wows.
Some Sam Wow.
Damn
So,
wow.
all right, man. I'll say this. Like when I first heard of people not using washcloths, the shit blew my mind. Because I never even considered it, and that it's
Yeah,
a
because your
thing.
culture is what it is. Uh-huh.
Yeah, right. So it's like it's a thing where like you don't even like and you don't even get that information. You know what I'm saying? So like even the movies that I saw or whatever, like if it was some people in the shower, they were probably either boning or like they were like you only see them from like the neck up, so you don't really know what they're doing, right? All right.
Right, you did not have a second. Yeah, a different point of view. I hear you.
Right.
So
So
who you watching shower? Right.
exactly. So like when I was told that, I was like, no, for real, like
Like you're playing.
But then so I actually took some time out to think about it, and I'm like, if on my end, like using a washcloth sounds very sane, and
It
not
just makes
using a
sense.
washcloth, yeah.
Go
But check. So like not using a washcloth sound wild, right? And then conversely, if you've never used a washcloth, using a washcloth could sound wild because it's like you're using something. This is why. This is the only reason why. If you're using somebody's washcloth, that means that you're using somebody's washcloth that was in their butt at some point. And that's
Yes.
weird. Like you're using on your face.
The essence of butt is not impenetrable to like laundry detergent. You know what I'm saying?
I know. But there's also a lot of trust that you have to put in that person. You know what I'm saying? You go to a hotel, you have to really hope they put that bitch on the hottest setting because you don't want some random pubic hair on your face when you're trying to wash it. Like,
oh my god!
I mean, I feel like if you go to a hotel, that's just part of the experience. Like that's you know.
You're gonna wash
That's
your
how
face.
I feel about when you eat out at a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh God, there's a hair in my food. Well, that's what I get for letting somebody else who has hair
Yeah.
make my food.
Make my food,
Yep.
right?
If I'm at home making food and I find here, I know who it came from.
Yeah,
right.
like,
If it's
I'm not
long and
gonna
brown.
complain about that. I didn't want
Oh,
anybody
God.
else to pull my hair out and myself. But
If I'm at home and I find if I find hair in my food, then I need to like check the closets and stuff though. That's what I gotta. Like, hold on.
like, did I buy a cat? Like, why is there a hair in my food?
I don't have it. Hold on. What's happening?
That's
so all I'm saying is like I dialed it down on the dunking after I
Right.
really took the time out to think about that. Like, man, it probably sound like that whole washcloth situation probably sound weird to somebody that don't use it. So as long as everybody's clean,
Yeah.
I'm washing my hands anyway. So
Mhm.
you know, I just keep it moving. But there was one point in time where I'm like, that's the craziest shit I ever heard. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good now.
I feel like you should keep that POV. Actually,
Shout out because it's an agreement.
really, like
That's hilarious.
okay,
I will say
so
one.
you got a face cloth, and then you have a washcloth. You got two different cloths. You know.
That's true.
But I understand what you're saying. Like they all go in the wash, and when they come back out, then maybe your face cloth is your back.
If they're the same shape of cloth, yeah, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like unless you have
sure.
like my blue ones are for my face, the white ones are for the tuchus.
Sure,
You know
but
what
if
I mean?
I wash them, I really feel fine because it's just me. Like,
I mean, yeah.
yeah, it's not a bunch of whole other people. Like, it's my butt. It's fine.
Right.
It's my butt. It's my
I hope
face.
everybody else feels the same way about their booties.
Right.
Hopefully. And if not, wash your ass. Like, come on.
Little
Like,
heart. Get the blue one out.
Straight up.
all you incels, wash your ass.
Yeah, but for real though.
I will say one
with
thing.
Mountain Dew,
Something you
got
brought
it.
up, Rufio. That's very imperative here. When you go to the hotel, the reason why the linens are white is because you can bleach the ever loving crap out of them and make
Absolutely.
sure that they're clean and not make them fade.
Mhm.
So when you're getting your own house, to anyone that might be listening, young people, perhaps not, whatever. When you get your own house, get all white linens, get all white towels, washcloths, all that sort of thing. Then you can wash it on hot, bleach the bejesus out of it, and you are good to go. Not to mention you can't hide stains on white washcloths and towels. So if you like, hey, someone's staying over, here's a fully white, thing to clean yourself with. They're like, ooh, wow.
Right. I ain't got nothing to say.
Wow, you are.
The only pubic hairs I'll find are mine. Dope.
And see, that's it, man. It's the weird shit, I guess, about me. Like, I don't feel like I'm a germaphobe or anything like that. But like, I go through major changes to make sure that like anybody that has to like use like a towel or something like that even if I'm the one washing it, but I don't want anybody to ever have that feeling where they come to my house, they pick up a washcloth and they got like a dick hair in it. Like, I don't ever want that to happen, dog.
Yeah, like, you don't want your guests to think twice.
So I go through a whole process when I'm showering, where part of my showering process is making sure anyone that got in there.
Wow. You are going
and
extra
I'm like,
hard, bro.
I do the same thing.
I do the same point inspection, bro.
Yep.
You know as well. Like I've not had hair for so long that I couldn't even conceive of doing that, dog. That's
I
wild.
didn't think of that.
We've got all the perspectives today. This is dope.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's wild.
This is once again, as Rufio said like 3 episodes ago, this is one of the strangest conversations I've ever had.
For sure.
Had in
For
public to be watched by thousands of people.
No, just
And
in
like
public.
100%.
Right.
It's all good though. Oh,
Yep.
real quick, I watched one of the Eli Potter battles,
Mm-hmm.
the one with Envy.
Yes.
What you think?
Envy.
Okay. First thing I have to say, homeboy casually resting his hands. The judges was so disarming.
Yes.
Like, it was like, oh, they really care about each other.
Yes.
That's right.
It was so like heartfelt and beautiful.
Mhm.
There
But
was
then-
literally a hurt, dog.
Yeah, they did a heart wipe.
And then when they came back, homeboy's like, yeah, no, he didn't have his arms on me. Yeah. That cracked me up. But Envy rap like Fabulous's broke cousin, That'll Do, and it was killing me. It was absolutely killing me to listen to him.
That'll do.
Wow.
I couldn't handle it.
That's
And then
fine.
Eli started. I was like, okay, this is officially too much. And I was in the middle of work, and so I was like, I'm going to turn this off before I spend the rest of my work day cackling at this.
Right.
But yeah, it was an experience. Just
Yes.
just the 2 minutes of it was quite an experience.
Well said.
Oh yes, a classic, a true classic of the internet.
I
So-
got one question, man. Tell me who next.
Tell me who's next. Oh my god.
It was
bet you-
nuts.
I bet you that's on like Rap Genius right now. Like somebody like made
I
meetings
guarantee.
for that.
Oh
whole-
my god, it's somebody defining cripple on Rap
Oh my
Genius because no one uses that word anymore.
Right.
Because why would you? Oh my god, that was insane. It was like I didn't watch Reverend X though. I did not watch that because I knew at some point I would probably be either highly offended and distracted
Mhm.
or laughing my behind off, and I wasn't prepared for either at the point I was watching this stuff. And I'm working, I'm prepping for a show, so most of my YouTube time has been spent getting ready to play the show, getting ready to play some music.
Right.
But I made sure
So
to
you doing like a
to carve
mandolin?
out some. Yes,
Sure.
I'll mention it in the plugs later, but yeah, it's going to be me playing classical music and doing my best to not embarrass myself in front of however many people are going to watch. So I've figured out my set and all that kind of stuff. So you guys know how it is. You prep for a show and it's like, all right, we're going to have rehearsals. What's the set list going to be? How are we going to transition from this to that sort of thing.
Right.
So this is the first time I've had to do it in years, like in legit years. So it was like one of those, I'm excited and like nervous and scared, but like geeked all at the same time.
Right.
Let's go. Hey, not
Oh.
to backtrack too hard, but RC Mac Panther 22 said he went to high school with Eli Porter, bro.
Let's go.
Yo,
Wow.
class of
Wow.
05.
That's
Class of 2005.
Wow.
That's incredible.
That's nuts. Well, you know what?
Wow.
Shouts to him, man.
Yeah.
Because you know what?
Wow.
He's braver than me. He's far braver than I would be in that situation. I've talked myself out of doing open mics where I'm like reading stuff I wrote and not making it up off the top of my head, and obviously dealing with what he's dealing with. So props to my dude.
Word.
Mhm.
Yeah, man.
RC Mac said he was a freshman
won,
when they
dog.
filmed that.
He actually crushed him too. Like his bars were not bad.
Dog.
Like that's what caught me off guard. Like Lil Fabuloso was like doing his little thing. You know what I mean? But then like Eli started, I was like, dude, he just said 2 bars and killed you.
Yeah, I'm the best.
It was like
man.
super hot fire.
He said, I did it. And it was
I
like,
did it.
ah!
That's awesome. Oh, I got a question for y'all. And
Tell
talk
me who
about
next.
Tell me who next.
shows.
I'm sorry.
No,
Okay.
you're good. You're good. I wanted to ask you guys. It was something I wanted to ask a little while ago.
Mhm.
What are some crazy show stories that you guys might have?
Ooh.
Because I've never like done hip hop shows and like I've done like punk shows and all that sort of thing, and it's like a completely different vibe. Where like a crazy story is like somebody throws a table into the pit, you know what I mean, while kids are slam dancing, you know what I mean. So I want to know like what kind of crazy, like not crazy as in like violent, but like that was weird.
I
You know,
remember
that kind
a
of thing.
piece. I remember a piece of one that comes to mind. I'm gonna try to tell it without saying too many names or details. But we did a Detroit City show at this spot one time that was kind of in Southwest, near the old train station, and
Mhm.
they had a sponsor where it was like a reverse energy drink. It was like a.
Was it Lean? Y'all sponsored by Lean?
Essentially, it was like legal lean, and then also I didn't see it. I think either Sean or Rufio saw it, but like they had like a balloon huffing station or something in the show.
What?
Do y'all remember what I'm talking about?
Dog, that was the one I was gonna bring up. That was gonna be my
No,
point.
that's an oxymoron.
Like, dog, I'd never seen like that many and those kind of drugs. You know what I'm saying?
dog.
So like that shit was weird because I definitely remember there being like hard carcinogens. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit, I'm not supposed to be here. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Let alone
Yeah,
rapping and breathing heavy.
I think I remember that one.
Let's go.
And like you know the meme of like the baby running in the room and then like saying oh and then running right back out. Yeah, that was me when I saw what was on the table, bro. I was like, hey, nah, bro, that's uncomfortable.
Like we gotta do these raps and get out of here.
Yeah. Because somebody's going to die. For sure.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Just make sure it's not
Don't
the
be
three of
while I'm
us.
rapping, dog.
Did you get paid for that show?
I believe so.
I think
Oh
so.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
That's
can't
you
I
get
can't
paid
remember.
for a where there's a bunch of drugs.
They can afford to pay you.
Exactly.
I would
Hey.
hope so. Or they spend all the money on
Thank you.
drugs.
I feel like even though the pay was never
That's
a
true,
lot,
too.
I feel like we got paid for shows more often than like most people would have.
Right.
I believe it.
Which
I believe it.
which was cool. It was like, oh, we got like gas money for tonight. Tight.
Right.
And, oh my God, thank you. And I know that as a comedian, I know that feeling.
Mhm.
Like, well,
So Devin, I don't know if you heard the question. I want a story from you too, like a crazy show story, like you were doing a performance and like something, and I was gonna mention the caveat was it doesn't have to be necessarily like violent or something like that, but something that's like, yo, that's really out of that's super unorthodox, and I was not expecting that to happen today.
I don't do nothing crazy.
Not you, something happened.
Yeah, like,
It was I did the
have you
whole set
ever
on a handstand.
have you ever been witness to something like wild like
Yeah.
that happening?
No, the craziest thing is I went and got my favorite comedian, Doug Stanhope.
Mm-hmm.
I went and got him.
Just got him.
That's it.
I was able to obtain Doug Stanhope.
Okay. But that's me on like doing my gig stuff. Otherwise, like I have kissed Pharrell Williams in the mouth.
Skateboard P.
Wow.
Wow, she just brought the big bower out. Okay.
Yeah. But that's not my gig. That's his gig, and I just had to make that a hijack and kiss him in the face.
That's your gig now. That's
Sooner or
this is
Right.
your
That
show.
was my gig.
It's like, oh, did you guys go to the Nerd concert? No, they went to my concert. Nerd showed up to Devin's
Yeah.
concert.
Wow.
Right now.
Oh my god.
No, I had a let me see. Yeah, I kissed Pharrell Williams before, and it was really tricky because I think maybe. Excuse me, 1 second. Just 1 second.
Order.
I'm trying to remember some more in the interim.
While she admonishes him, I love the hands stone, the hands.
Look.
Yeah, hey.
He can't
That
even
is.
see his hands. He can't even see him. Okay.
You can't help it.
Close the door, please, Prince. Mommy, love you.
That is
There,
awesome.
did my best. All right, so, my thing was I went to a gig for Doug Stanhope, but I had been emailing him beforehand. The first time I did stand-up comedy, I told all of my friends in my stand-up scene here in this very, very small town. I'm like, all right, well, I'm ready to go open for Doug Stanhope now. And they're like, no, stupid. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. I'm like,
It's not a
"No,
thing."
You, Ugmo. I can do it. So eventually I get to a show. I went to a show in Lansing. And I've been emailing like, let me open for you, blah, 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 blah. And he had his friends open, and he didn't really have an opener, and it was kind of lame. But then when I got there, I mean, he was terrific. I'm talking about the opening.
Right.
When I got through the line for pictures and autographs and stuff, he was like, "What's your name, darling?" And I said, "Devon." He's like, "Devon Grice." And I'm like, "Oh my God, you know my name." And he was like, "Damn it, I meant to have you on the show tonight because I got your email. So you want to just come with me to Grand Rapids tomorrow?" So
That's dope.
Yeah, that's
I stayed with him and the crew. That has a negative connotation. You ever thought about how the word crew sounds? So
it ain't lit till the never mind. Yeah, that's
I just heard myself say it. I mean, I meant it from a really safe and healthy place, but
Right.
I just heard it.
I'm thankful
that's the
for
full
that.
quote. That's the full quote.
So
Out of context, Devon Grice sleeps with Doug Stanhope and the whole crew.
So I stayed with them at the hotel and whatever. It was perfectly lovely. followed them to Grand Rapids the next day, where I got to open for Doug Stanhope.
That's
dope.
Wow.
Yeah, and just being with them was bananas. And then while I was there, I was like, okay, so can you come to Marquette? Can you come to where I live? And then finally, a year or two later, he's like, okay, I'm ready to come to Marquette now. And then he did. And then I was like, am I seeing my friends, my crew
Right.
here?
Right.
I was like, yo, look what I did. Here he comes. I brought Doug Stanhope there. Like, this is like the only thing I meant to do when I started stand-up comedy was bring Doug Stanhope to Marquette, Michigan. And then I did it.
That's dope. They get that
Wow.
stand up in a even a college, even though it's a college town, it's Marquette. You know what I mean?
It's a far away college ass town.
Yeah.
But yeah, it happened. Like from the first day I did stand up, and I told everybody, okay, I'm gonna go open for Stanhope. I'm bringing Stanhope to Marquette, and that's what the fuck I did.
Watch me.
Badass.
Watch me.
Yeah. I also kissed Williams in the mouth.
Right.
Okay.
I was trying to remember. We Detroit City. We opened up for Killer Mike before. That's one that popped in.
Dog, I feel like
That's
you're reading
dope.
my brain, dog. Like honestly, this is getting weird because I was gonna say the first one, but since you said the first one, I was going to say that one. Go.
I was gonna say like the wild thing was that at that show, I think there was like a white dude that he brought up out of the audience that knew all the words to what
was
song
LP.
was it? That would have been hilarious. What's that song? And the whole world.
Yeah.
I think he did like Killer Mike's whole rap to that, and he was going super hype. Like it was incredibly hype. I remember that from that show.
Yeah, that's dope.
Did you remember anything else from that show, Rufio?
I remember, like, you know what I'm saying, we actually got to talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
And like dude was like super nice, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like I just that's the main thing that I remember from that. Just like, you know, him just talking to us like we were just on some same level shit. You know what I'm saying? And as we not, you know what I mean? So for that to like just, you know, talk to everybody real regular was super dope, man. I like having interactions like that, and that's the one thing that I remember. Like, it's already crazy that like we opening for like this particular guy, and then for this guy to talk to us like you know what I'm saying, it's just whatever. It was tight.
Mm-hmm.
That's super dope. I'm glad I asked. I'm glad I asked the question. This is exactly what I was hoping would happen. This is sick. If I may I share a story?
Oh yeah, of course.
So I know I can get long-winded. I'll try and make this quick. So I was playing in a band. This is when I lived mid-state in Saginaw, and I played in a band that won a battle of the bands. It was our style of music was known as Rust Belt bubblegum pop. So it was kind of like B-52s, but like with a little bit of punk and a little bit of like, you know, a little bit of energy to it, right?
Word up.
So we won this battle of the bands, and one of the prizes was opening for Foreigner at the speedboat race that happens in Bay City. Now, I love Foreigner. I love the band Foreigner.
Me too,
like,
bro.
It's not even like on some irony shit. Like, I love Foreigner. So I joined the band after they won the Battle of the Bands. They won the Battle of the Bands. Their old drummer quit, and so they asked me to join. And I'm like, yo, do I get to play the River War? And they're like, yeah, come on through. I'm like, this is the best. So it's the biggest show I ever played. There was 3,000 people there. And I didn't mess up. I didn't make a single mistake playing drums.
Let's go.
But after our set, okay, we played our set, got off the stage, and so we go to our tent to try and sell some merch. And first, we're signing autographs and stuff, and then these two middle-aged plus women come up, and they're like, "Hey," and they're talking to the bass player, and the bass player is like, he's got this look on his face like, "Yo, what?" And says, "No, you need to go talk to John." And so they look at me and get this look on their face, and then you see like the blacked logo, and then I'm like, "So, how y'all doing?" And they're like, "Hey, we're looking for somebody in the band to double team." And I'm like, "Excuse me?" And she's like, and they're both like, yeah, blah blah blah. And I was like, I was with my ex at the time. I was like, no, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm engaged. You know what I mean? I got a woman. Thanks, but no thanks. And they're like, oh no, we're married. We don't care. We just want somebody from the band. You guys did so good. We need to thank you. And I'm
okay,
like,
no, wait, okay, yeah, okay.
Okay, yes. No, go ahead. Please. There's all kinds of questions to be had. Please, don't hold back.
I didn't understand that that's what you were saying, and then you said what you said, and I was like, I didn't understand that that's what you were saying, and then you said it, and I was like, oh, that's really what he meant. And
Oh yeah,
then
no.
Paul,
Double team, yes.
That they're like, we want to thank you. Like, well, I believe in that. Like,
oh yeah.
This is a treat. Like,
Buy some merch, please, because I get some of that. Like, I get a cut of that. Buy some merch. You want to thank me? Buy a T-shirt.
They want to know if you want some cut.
Yeah. They want. Yeah, exactly.
Let's go.
Somebody owes somebody a Coke, dog.
It's the wrong cut. Oh God. So I politely say no. One of them turns around and lifts her skirt up and wiggles her pancakes at me, and I'm like, listen, this can't be happening right now. She leans in, gives me a kiss on the cheeks, and says, well, maybe next time. They leave. Right. Epilogue, my girlfriend / fiance at the time, I went home with one of those blonde hairs stuck in my beard, and she was like, yo, so what's this about? But the other weird thing that happened that day, I decided I'm leaving the tent. I'm going to go try and hawk some T-shirts out in the crowd. So I'm walking around like, hey, anybody want to buy a shirt? A lesbian couple stops me. And they're like, oh, you did such a good job today, blah, blah, blah. And I knew one of them because they worked at one of the restaurants in the area. And I was like, oh, cool, thanks. Hey, how you doing, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, so we had a weird question for you. I was like, oh, God, not again. And so they say to me, interracial babies are just so beautiful, and we're trying to have a kid, and we're just wondering if you would be our sperm donor because your dreadlocks are just so wonderful, and we think that we just would love to have an interracial baby. And I'm just like,
get me out of here, dog.
Yeah. Get me out of here. That had never happened before in life. I was 25. That had never in life, not even college. That had never happened in life. Where two different groups of multiple women are like, hey, you, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bye.
Dog.
Yeah, you was playing drums, though.
Right. That's right.
Drummers, woo, child.
You beat them skins, people act funny.
So. Yeah.
Yeah, apparently they noticed I didn't make any mistakes on stage either. It was very, very strange.
Have you ever been up north? Have you been to Marquette before?
Not Marquette. The farthest north that band played was Gaylord, which was also a weird situation because we played this show boy. And a Harley owners group was there, so all these redneck bikers are in this bar that we're playing, and I'm just and I'm the black dude in the band, and I'm like, oh God, oh Lord. We get done with our set.
Bandmates, protect me.
They were that was a whole other story I'm not going to bore you guys with. It's very interesting. But we get done with our set. This dude with this biker ass dude wearing the jacket with nothing underneath, just tattoos everywhere, He is like, hey brother, oh my God, I've never seen somebody play drums. He's the best fucking drummer I've ever seen in life.
Let's go.
Hulk Hogan? Okay.
I thought it was Randy Savage, but okay, whatever.
Okay. Brother.
So he proceeded to get me super duper drunk, and I've never seen somebody play drums like that before. It's like, could you live in Gaylord, dog?
After he got you super drunk, he was like, interracial babies are so beautiful. Would you? Everybody's just trying to get at you.
I'd like to meet my wife. No. So those are my crazy show stories.
Oh my God!
Wow.
And that's just a taste.
So what you're saying is I should have been drumming while I was writing raps.
Right.
No.
Be drumming.
Right.
No. Write raps. Please write raps. You are a very excellent rapper. I'm a mediocre plus drummer. You are very talented, sir. You need to write raps.
I don't have a double team story either. So.
Right.
Double.
A double. Oh
No,
my god.
and not to mention they like crossed the picket line. You know what I mean? Like it was
Right.
like y'all two not even interested in me. Y'all just
Nah,
Right.
wanted
you
a
had a
beige baby
she
that
hate
bad.
me situation, dog.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh man.
No, they just wanted a
You
beige
was
baby that
Captain
bad.
America, dog.
Oh my god. And I had dreadlocks and I had them in pigtails too, looking
Mhm.
goofy like a mug. And they're just like, oh, that's
Captain
it.
America.
Right.
That's the one. Like pigtails. I was looking like the trail. Actually, matter of fact, zoom that out.
Hey, let's go. Hold on.
That's what my hair looked like at the time. There's no excuse for anybody to be hitting on me.
They spinning.
No, that's exactly
No, that-
why. What?
They don't stop.
The story of the biker reminds me of like a general situation that I'm sure like all of the Detroit City members have gone through, where like we might be at a show in between like sets or whatever in the crowd, and like somebody will want to freestyle drunkenly into our ears.
Oh, I feel so sorry for you. Oh my god.
Like that happened a lot.
A lot.
Oh my god. Really?
Yeah, at least to me it did.
Bro.
Like somebody
Ugh.
come over there, put their arm on your shoulder, and kind of just
Yep.
hold you hostage, and like
Oh,
Freestyle
yeah.
lock.
it spit
You get
raps
the-
into your ear.
That sounds horrible.
It is because like
That
It's like
sounds
rancid
horrible.
Corona, dog.
yes,
Just
The
transfer
Corona
it.
freestyle. Like,
the sweet
gross.
garbage beer breath smell all in your ear.
And yeah,
And-
you guys were doing shows when it was like legal to smoke in bars.
Oh.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, probably when we started. Like I know at some
When we
point
started, yeah.
early it switched over to like no smoking indoors, but like depending on where you go, they wasn't enforcing that. I won't say the name of the place, but there's a place in Hamtramck where them boys was blowing bogeys indoors. It didn't matter.
Smalls.
It
was
didn't
Smalls.
matter.
It was definitely Smalls.
I'm not gonna say
That's
the name of the
insane.
place. It wasn't small, but I'm not gonna say the name of the place.
That's
But,
insane.
Yeah.
That'd be like somebody coming to me after shows like, hey, can I play your drums? And it's like, the fuck? No. Are you
No,
kidding
right.
me? Did you buy these, motherfucker? These are $1,000. Like, get the fuck away from me.
Just go.
Oh my god. Yeah, no.
I
It's
just
one thing to be like complimented and be like, oh, you guys are great, but I don't want somebody showing me that they need to be on stage too. You know,
right.
like,
Well said.
It's like I can't
Like,
do
you-
nothing about that. I didn't book this show. Like
Talk to the manager. Yeah. Talk to
Yeah.
the promoter. Like they're the
Free-
ones that like decided to have us. You know what I mean? Like I just showed up with
freestyle in
the band.
his ear. Yeah.
Make your own band. I'm sure like there's a bunch of people that will play some butt rock in Saginaw that'll be like, yeah, we can play covers for 3 hours and make $100. You'll be really good.
Yeah. What were you about to say, Rufio? You about to say something? Wait, did you?
Oh,
freeze?
just that.
Okay.
Yeah, like I just didn't. I never really knew, what it was that would like make them do that. Where like, dog, like I really like what you did up there, and you already had to yell that. You know what I'm saying? so it's like, why do you think I need to hear like 16 bars, dog? Like
16.
16 bars.
Six,
in a
60.
bar.
60
No,
bars.
Easy, bro.
60 bars, bro.
he said you got off easy.
Yeah, dog. Ooh, man.
It's like being at a freestyle at a college party and like someone's just like rapping and rapping and rapping and rapping. It's just like wrap it up. Like you need to
wrap
stop.
it up.
Yeah.
Like this is a
Wrap
it
cipher.
up,
This
B.
isn't a
This has
this isn't a
lost its
one man
novelty.
show.
You got the black
Devin, how many
Funk
times-
master flex. I ain't trying to hear that, bro.
Black
I'm
Thought freestyle.
trying to get home, dog.
It's like
And
it's
then-
like a gray inkling. Like it's not even it's not to that level.
Stupid.
It is not to the
That'll
level
do
of
it.
Black
Great
Thought.
Inkling headlining a show together.
From the shoots.
They're
That's
doing a
crazy.
versus. It's Great Inkling and that'll be doing the verses. All the struggle bars on display.
20 60 bar songs back to back.
And 50 Tyson. Everybody's just like a 3-way versus.
50 Tyson is the host.
It's a double team versus. So wait, Devin, so if you do a show, do people try and like tell you jokes and tell you how funny they are after you get off stage?
Yeah.
Why? Why would someone do that?
I don't know, but I'm trying to think about like every time I see a drummer and they get off their set, I'm like, can I go hit it? So I kind of feel what you're saying. Now, you give me
Depending
a
on the
lot
drummer.
to think about. I gotta rethink a whole bunch of stuff.
Mhm.
And the other thing is, when I'm in public, some people will come to me and be like, "Oh yeah, you're Dev and blah 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 blah."
Mhm.
Okay, that joke where you were like, "Come on, let's make this strawberry milkshake." You know, it's about doing sex when you're on your period. Here comes the
Right.
Uh-oh. So if I'm at Meyer,
The timing.
if I'm at Meyer and someone's just like excited to see me and like says that tag back to me, I'm just like, this is not the time for the play.
No.
Like, I'm trying to buy some cheese, dog. Like, relax.
I'm trying to get some sashimi for Langston right now.
Like, seriously.
But you're gonna tell me about strawberry milkshakes in the middle of Meyer.
Like, no, not the
And look in
time.
your carton, it's like a carton of Ben and Jerry's. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
2 on the nose.
Like, I'm gonna go put this back.
Yeah.
It's the strawberry cream savers. It's a bag of strawberry cream savers from 1995. It's like, oh, how appropriate.
Yeah, everybody wants to be on stage. Everybody just got to find their stage, though.
That's right. That's right.
Word up.
Wow.
It's different for everyone.
Wow.
Especially, it's not that difficult nowadays. I mean, there's a whole internet where you can just act a fool. I mean, for real, we do this for an hour a week. We're just enjoying ourselves.
Ooh.
Anyone could do this.
Hey, before
You know what I mean?
before we ride out, man, you just made me remember. There's this dude on TikTok named White Claw Gabe. I think I sent it in one of the group threads.
Oh, yeah.
He's like this like middle-aged dude who just says like the F word like over like it. My juvenile mind loves it so much. I'm gonna just drop a link in the chat. You say what?
Is he middle-aged or old?
Is he our age or old? Is the question.
He's more towards old, I guess.
Okay, thank you. I'm listening.
I'm gonna just drop a link to him in the chat without going into it too much. But this guy, I'm sorry, like I'm just. All you got to do is cuss for me. He's cussing. This is great.
That's hilarious.
I like after you sent that to me, I watched it, and it was like I felt like he was glitching. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't like. I thought maybe like somebody had like spliced up like 3 different videos or something. No. You know what I'm saying? And put them together. So I was like, this is actually too weird. And like, after it hit the first loop, I was like, I think I'm done.
I've had enough.
It's not for everybody, though. But if you are a very just juvenile, immature, childish person, check that out. White Claw Game. He's on Instagram as well. You can check him out there too.
Oh my God.
He did have a very nice use of the F word. I appreciated the inflection.
Is there any context, or is he just cussing?
He'll like the one that I think I sent on the group thread. He was like, yeah, baby, fuck Mondays, fuck, and he'll just keep like repeating like a looping version of this phrase until the video ends.
Oh my God, that is.
I mean, that's just one of them.
Childish and funny.
Like, he has days of the week dedicated to certain foods. So like it might be like Steak Tuesday. He'll be like, yeah, Steak Tuesday, baby. Fuck. just keep doing it. It's like, oh my God,
Lord.
Like I said, it's very childish.
Why did I type in White Claw on Instagram, and then the second thing that comes up is White Claw Gabe?
Let's go, because he is in
Can
the
I
streets.
tell you guys about White Claw?
Yes, please.
I feel really stupid about this because I haven't made the joke yet because I haven't had a stage because of the public health situation.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I say because I don't like to say the C word.
I dig.
But literally, White Claw is like people who are white girls, like holding on to bottles. It's like literally their white claws onto that can, bro.
Oh my God.
Trying to get their white claws into you.
Oh my
Jesus
God.
Pizza. I don't have a stage right now, but I can't wait to say that on the stage. Also, thank you for this.
It's gonna be awesome.
Of course.
And then half the crowd's gonna be super
It's
offended.
literally what
Right.
it is. Like, I don't mean to call it's like what the culture is like basic white girl. shit.
Mhm.
Which I take offense to because I do lots of stuff that's called basic white girl shit. Like
Right.
that's my bag, you know.
I feel you.
So I don't be impressed when they like call it that. Like, oh, we're listening to NPR in the morning. Yes, nigga, every day.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
That's
I enjoyed this.
Avocados are
Educate yourself. What,
Right.
like, what are you
It's
talking
not,
about?
It's not,
Like,
white, it's not white girl shit, but that white claw though. That's
Oh,
when
yeah.
I'm gonna get behind that one though.
White Claw's dope. I'm not gonna lie. White Claw is what the world needed because
With
there's
lots
enough.
of gin, yes.
Ooh,
It's a really great
ooh.
mixer.
I feel
Mhm.
like I
Oh,
had
wow.
one. I feel like I had one
Wow.
once, and I was expecting a different flavor. It was like one of those things where you expect one flavor and you get a different one, and it's like, nope,
Mhm.
I don't want this no more.
Which flavor did you
Never
try?
have this again.
I don't like. It was such a long time ago. It was at like this outdoor bar thing off the DeQuinder Cut. You know, in,
Uh-huh.
Watch your mouth.
down.
We've been talking about cutting too much on this episode.
Right.
Okay, what were you expecting, please?
Well, I didn't know anything about it. I just saw like a flavor attached, and I just thought it was going to be like sweet. I thought it was going to be sweet as well, and I don't think it was sweet at all. And so I was just very disappointed in my purchase, and just never.
If you ever want to try it again, try the black cherry or the natural lime.
You know what?
That's what I hear about.
I think that the
Those
black
are
cherry was
very
the one I
they're
had.
flavorful enough and very tasty. Like because it is low key. It's like alcoholic LaCroix, right?
Yeah, that's how
where
I
LaCroix
understood
tastes
it.
like somebody shouted the flavor of something in a different room and then
Mhm.
like they poured that water into a can.
Mhm.
Got the
You know,
essence.
Mhm.
yeah, it's like it's like someone like stuck their hands in a raspberry, right?
Right.
Then went like that
It is flick. That's a little flick.
on a whole can of liquid, and then they sealed the can. That's LaCroix. White Claw's a little bit better than
Before we
that,
go,
but
how many cans of LaCroix has everyone drank? Starting
In life,
with you, Rufio. How many?
Oh, many.
Like
Cause
a
like,
number.
yeah, that was probably my first like the first transition I had from like pop to water. So I'm just gonna say if a case has what 8, then I'm gonna say I probably had like 20 cases in my
oh
lifetime.
my god.
It's probably more than that, but
Yep.
of specifically LaCroix is
Yeah.
probably up there. Yeah.
Let me tell you, I've probably had 4 of them, and I got them all from Rufio Jones.
Yep.
Promise you, because I'm not buying those myself.
I probably had one like about 1,200 cans
Oh my god.
Yeah.
of
Wow.
that beverage. Anybody else?
I think LaCroix is one of those things that you either love it or hate it. There is no middle ground.
Word up.
There is no middle ground. I cannot bangs with it, as you can plainly tell by my roasting of LaCroix.
Yeah.
It's not for me. That's why I like White Claw because it's like, oh, it's LaCroix-esque, but like it's a party. You know, let's do this.
Like at least I'm gonna get a buzz. At least.
Like for real, you know what I mean? Like and then play
Yeah.
and then play Minecraft with my wife. You know what I mean? Like you want to talk about some basic shit? Get married, drink White Claw with your wife and play Minecraft.
And play Minecraft.
Mineclaw.
Oh, I'm happy for you.
Mind Claw.
Oh, they need to do a collabo. That'd be dope.
Yeah.
It's probably in the
Yeah,
works.
it's like
Minecraft
what do you call it? The monster drink, but for adults.
and not like infused with crack.
Right.
Mr. Uppercut, do you drink the LaCroix?
Yeah. I fucks with it.
How many cans do you think you've
I
imbibed?
fucks with it.
Probably shit. Probably like in my lifetime, probably like 60 to 70. I want to say.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I felt like everybody was on my same wavelength. Like everybody's just doing it. Okay.
Yeah. So I
need
like
my
to
sugar.
have sparkling waters out like amongst different brands.
Oh, okay.
So I go with the Trader Joe's ones.
You got your
Right.
Perrier in there, shit. I feel you.
Yeah. Look, yep. I'll splash a little bit of that. Some
Stop at
whatchamacallit, I
Aldi.
forgot the other one.
What one at Aldi is? What at Aldi's probably called La Boy or something like that.
Right.
Wait, they actually oh boy. Hey man, hold on. Look. Okay, quick sidebar. So like to the best of my knowledge, because I went to Aldi one time a couple years ago, and that's the first time I had the hibiscus LaCroix. That shit was like weird, but it was like really good. But when I was younger, like I always thought Aldi was like for like poor people. Dog.
Me too.
Like,
Me too. Because
like
the
super
joke up
poor.
north is
But
joke up
is
north
it
is
though? Like,
No, it's not. It's not.
it's
like,
not.
but,
No, it's for real. It's owned
So,
by the
like-
same company as Trader Joe's.
let me tell you
you're
what.
right.
I didn't know that.
So all these, they
Because-
got the best pesto I've ever had in my life.
Let's
You ever
go.
had
Yes.
pesto? Pine nuts cost $1 bajillion per ounce.
No lie.
Yes.
Not a lie. Here's the funny part. But when I lived mid-state, the joke was that's where Aldi white trash shop, right? But nobody. That's what I heard from white people. This is the joke I heard from white people.
Yeah, you wouldn't make that up, yeah.
Like I'm not a racist. I wouldn't say something like that.
You
Dog.
can be racist if you wanted to.
Damn.
That's fine.
You know, I mean,
Right.
I'm not a bigot of any shade or color, so I would
Word.
not say something like that about people. Make a sweeping
You heard
generalization.
somebody else say it.
The self-hate was
I-
strong.
I heard my ex say it, and I'm just like, "Yo, for real."
And that's the
Okay.
thing. Like that's
Oh,
like I that was the only like perception that I had of Aldi, because I distinctly remember my homeboy saying that like they went to Aldi's and instead of Crispix, it was crispy hexagon. I never forgot that. So I'm
That
like,
was from
this
Aldi, bro?
must be the worst place in the world. Dog, Aldi is dope.
Speak up,
Oh
like
my
you need
God.
a quarter to get a basket. Okay,
Yes.
whatever.
That's right.
Yeah.
And see, that's the thing. Nobody brings a quarter. They're like, "Oh man, it's a broke boy. So they don't have bags. They
Dude.
don't. I gotta pay for my cart."
I
because
always
it's save a
would-
lot. It's
Best
because
pesto
of
I ever
Save-A-Lot.
had cost $1.
See.
I love when my favorite version of something is the cheapest version of it. That's my
Let's
favorite
go.
in the whole wide
Mhm,
world. I
mhm.
love when a plan comes together. So
Aldi Club
B.A.
Crackers.
Baracus.
Aldi,
They're
Aldi's Club
they're
Crackers.
called flavorites.
that's it.
Oh
So
yeah.
Ritz is in the name, and they have it underlined, but it's flavorites.
Oh my
I'm
God.
like, no, this is what you about to get. You know what you're looking for?
Call my lawyers, boy. Oh my God.
They got some very smart German lawyers working around all those copyrights.
So yeah, that place is dope.
Mhm.
And don't ever let anybody make you feel otherwise, dog. It's a
Facts.
fantastic joint.
Facts.
It is.
Dead ass.
Oh man. Well, we're
Get-
we're over the hour limit, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap everything up. Thank you again out there, viewers, for watching. I think we only had RC Mac Panther in the chat today, but thank you for coming through and giving us that nugget about going to school with Eli Porter. That's incredible.
That's dope.
Tight.
That's incredible. You guys got anything you want to shout out and promote
Yeah.
tonight? Do your thing. What you got?
Hi, this is Devon Grice, and I just got picked up to host 3 gigs in July. 3
Hey.
comedy gigs, and I have not
Hey.
done it on a stage in a very long time. I'm kind of dying inside, and so I can't wait. And
Let's go.
Heck yeah.
it's in Ishpeming, which is 2 towns north, east, so west. 2 towns west of me.
Say that town name again for people who aren't from Michigan that need to hear that town name.
Ishpeming. Or
I-
you call it
that's-
Ishper. Or if you're from
Ishpeming is-
here, you call it Ishperming.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like Washington.
Right. So we're going out Ishper way. And and I have 3 gigs coming up. It's gonna be a few months from now, but I'm pretty pumped about that.
That is
Sorry.
dope.
Excellent. Well, yeah, definitely
Okay.
keep us posted. We will drop links and addresses and everything.
Yes.
Right on. Yeah,
I will gladly pub you.
I'm just hosting, but that's
Hey.
2 minutes of jokes in between
Mm-hmm.
each person that comes up and keeping
Word.
the crowd going. A lot of energy work, and that's what I miss the most. So thank you.
Yes.
Righteous.
Wonderful.
Hey.
Who's next?
If I may. Oh no, go ahead, Sean. Go ahead, Sean. You hit the before.
No, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Well, the show I had mentioned previously, excuse me, the show I had mentioned previously, is finally to come to fruition, so I can talk about it. Excuse me. Oh, this laughing always gets my throat tore up. It's called Love in Crisis. It's an art show / open mic group, a large group of Detroit artists. We submitted work. We wanted to share how we've dealt with the pandemic, in the year and some change since we've all had to do Zooms to like actually be in contact with people, and how it's affected our artwork. The reason I'll be playing a little bit of mandolin. I'll be playing 2 Bach pieces, and talking about the artwork that the artwork that I make. Reason being for and just a quick aside, the reason being for the whole like classical music thing is I knew that the only way I would keep myself sane, not being able to play soccer, was by playing music. So I learned the most difficult music I could. And for the first time in 9 years, I'm going to be playing a show for people. The last time I played a show was before I started dating my wife, which is insane. And I'm very, very excited about this. It's going to be on Zoom, so follow me at postfauvist on your favorite social media sites, namely IG and Twitter. I went viral yesterday on Twitter. That was kind of dope in a positive way. In a positive way on Twitter.
Yeah, right.
Crazy stuff. Somebody was talking crazy about the Ruth Ellis Center in Detroit, and I'm not having that. Please check me out on Twitter, on Instagram. I make artwork. I play music. And please check out the Love in Crisis show. There'll be a lot of super talented artists talking about how they've dealt with the pandemic. And I am looking forward to sharing my art with you if you're unfamiliar.
Let's go. I found the Eventbrite link for that Love in Crisis show, and I dropped it in the chat. So
yes, if you're on
chat?
Instagram,
go ahead.
Thank you. I was gonna say, if you're on Instagram, follow Holla Back Detroit. They'll have a lot of information about it. Follow myself, postfauvist, because I'll be talking about it also, as well as you can see the other artwork I've made. And presently I have a sale going on in my stories, and I'm going to have a highlight on my Instagram for those with the prices and everything. So if you want to buy some artwork, some lowbrow artwork, put it in a frame from the resale shop and be like, hey, I bought that from a dude that I have never met. I'd like to be that dude you've never met.
That's right.
That's dope. There we do Sean or Rufio.
2 quick things. Number 1, thank y'all for being such a great show. This week is rough, and I'm happy to have friends to enjoy it with.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, true story. True story. You never know how much, man. It makes a difference. And then the number 2 one, if your place of employment allows you to, and if you have like time and the bandwidth to do it, go play hooky. Just go play hooky. Call off.
Yeah.
And just go do some shit, bro. I'm saying it's lit. It is.
Get out of
lit.
the house. Well, if I may, I just got shifted down to 4 days a week because the industry I'm in and the state that the industry that I am in is in. So that extra day a week, my children are pumped, and then that also gives my wife a little bit of a break to where she doesn't have to play zone defense for 8 hours while I'm at work. So I feel you on that one, Sean.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Roof Jim.
Also, hookie's dope.
Before I just like say I apologize for bringing the hypeness down, but I'll try and get to this as quickly as possible. Earlier this week, cancer took over my aunt, and she didn't make it, right? So this is just I'm going to use this as an opportunity to say, get your mammograms, get your colonoscopies, whatever. And even in her case, she did everything right, but cancer is just a real hope. You know what I'm saying? So keep on putting your money into whatever your favorite charity is that is trying its best to eradicate this shit, because it's stupid. Cancer is dumb. It's really stupid. You know what I'm saying? So just if it runs in your family or whatever, just try your best to to get that out of this planet, and do what you gotta do. Go to your doctor, do what they tell you to do if that's in your family, and because I want to see you all, and I'm not just talking about these 4, but all of you. So you know what I'm saying? Cancer don't care if you're fun or racist or whatever. So it's very important that you don't have it.
I'm
So
with
yeah.
it. And if I may, not to try and like usurp or anything, black people eat more vegetables. That will help us a lot on that.
Word up.
Eat more vegetables, more different colored vegetables than what we normally do. That will definitely help you on that. It's not the cure-all, but it will definitely help.
For sure.
I used to eat kimchi all the time and call it good.
That's still different than potatoes and greens.
Right.
And greens are dope, but you need more different colored veggies.
Right.
Kari, I'm sorry over your butt. Peace for
Yeah,
her.
man.
Condolences,
I
man.
appreciate it. You know, I just, like I said, for the most part, because I love you all dearly and I appreciate it, but like even over and above that, it's just like, man,
Yeah, take
just
care of
never
yourself.
forget, yeah, cancer is some real garbage and it don't care who you are.
Yeah.
Facts.
Well, on that note,
Yes, Doc.
Oh, should I promote something?
Didn't you just put something out?
No, I didn't. Well, I didn't put out anything new. I just had what did I do? I've been posting a lot of beat snippets on my Instagram. A whole bunch of unreleased stuff. Like probably about 90% of the stuff, the music I've been posting on Instagram is stuff that's not out yet. And it might come out eventually. I don't know. Who knows? But you know, if you want to hear what I'm working on, there's a way you can check it out. In a free way. Bandcamp Friday just passed. This past Friday, it might be the last Bandcamp Friday for a while, if I'm remembering that correctly. But shout out to the people who bought stuff. Like a whole bunch of people bought stuff that day.
Dope.
You know, which paid for a lot of plastic bags of gasoline. Let me tell you what. Thank you. I appreciate that.
He had to go to Aldi and buy his bags to put his gas in.
Right.
Gasoline.
So many bags of gasoline. But yeah, I still have like dozens of projects on my Bandcamp that I'm sure people out there haven't heard. So please get caught up in the meantime. I definitely plan on putting out some stuff in the near future. Like, 2021 is not over by a long shot for me putting out music releases. So just stay tuned. I post about stuff as it comes out, so you'll see it if you follow me.
Word.
But on that
and
note,
share it when he posts it. Share it.
Yeah, that is also important. Oh,
that's it.
Low key small hack. And I was talking to a friend about this, like. Because I heard this thing recently where somebody was like, Instagram prioritizes reels. And they pointed out, like, no, Instagram suppresses everything else. And, like, the views that you get on reels are what you should be getting on your normal content. But with that being said, I've been posting stuff to that reels section. And it gets way more views and likes than the other types of posts.
See?
So that's a fact. I've seen that too.
You know, if you out there sharing stuff, like, try that for a while, I guess.
Roger Dodger.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool as far as like getting more people to discover what I'm doing, which is really the main thing I want. I just want people to listen to myself and my homies and enjoy the things that they find. But anyways, this has been Eternal Invite. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching. We will be back next week at 7:30 p.m. Eastern here at Illingsworth TV. Or Illingsworth, Twitch.tv.
Illingsworth TV.
Illingsworth TV. I'm a megalomaniac now. We will see you next week. Y'all be safe in the meantime. Peace out, y'all. Peace.